All right, welcome back. I have another Illaoi guide. We have this time Illaoi versus Gnar, one that has been asked for a little bit. And I have a guest, and I've completely forgot your name, so I'm a horrible, horrible host. Um,
That's fine. My
uh,
name is, my in-game nick is Regrets, and I play Gnar a lot in Europe. So, hello.
hey, welcome. Um, when you see Illaoi, do you think free lane?
That depends. I think it's a skill matchup. I think the worst, if the Illaoi plays good, I'll just be shoved in and be easy to dive. Most of the games, it depends on the jungler, I guess.
That's
But I
true.
don't think it's a free lane. I think
Okay.
she got pressure.
You're usually running Fervor, right?
Yeah, if you can't run grasp, you don't have the damage to kill you. Like if you hit the tentacle or just ulti me in a good position, I won't be able to burst you down. You'll just
Mm-hmm.
heal through it.
And are you a Black Cleaver first kind of person, or is Frozen Mallet better?
It depends. I mean, I always buy the parts of either, and then like if you rush armor first, then maybe I Google Black Cleaver. Otherwise, I prefer Mallet. Um, so it depends on Illaoi's itemization.
Okay. Um, I'm going to suggest just a standard rune page for this matchup. As far as masteries, I would definitely go Storm Raider Surge. Um, you can do the Deathfire option, um, but I feel like the mobility that Storm Raiders gives is a lot better for like trying to kite Gnar or chase Gnar down, whichever one you're trying to do. Thoughts?
Yeah, I actually haven't played against that many Storm Raiders,
Okay.
but like on champions like Darius, I think it's far superior if you know what you're doing. So
The nice thing is it
yeah,
procs on the spirit, so if you chunk the spirit out, you can use that movement speed boost to catch up to the other guy.
yeah.
In terms of itemization, I don't feel like I have a good option. Um, I feel like
Uh,
if I build like a standard cleaver, like it's alright, but you don't usually build a lot of armor. I can go like a heavy
no,
poke and lifesteal with Death Stance, but like your lockdown can kill me before I lifesteal back. Or I could go like mobility with Trinity Force and try to just chain dunk you with Sheen over and over, but you just are still going to be really excelled at kiting.
I think they shouldn't look to kill me in lane, and
Okay.
if you get caught in my ultimate, you misplayed. Um, so the way I look at the matchup or the lane, how it plays out, is like the only part where you actually like have an edge on the Gnar is in wave clear. Your tentacle slam thingy, I think it's the
Mm-hmm.
Q. It wave clears like faster than anything I can do in mini Gnar.
So what you're
In Mega
telling
Gnar,
me is we're in for an exciting 20 minutes of farming.
well, like if you coordinate the wave collapsing, the one my you're shoving your wave into my
Mm-hmm.
tower. If you coordinate that with your jungler, you can probably look to gank if you get me low during it. Also, when I'm lost hitting under tower, my movement pattern will be a lot more predictable and it will be
Right.
easier to land a tentacle. And if you do that, I'll be forced. Either I risk dying or I'm gonna have to walk off the tower, and then
Mm-hmm.
I lose farm, and you can hit the tower, and you just repeat that pattern. And you're gonna take the tower, and like none of us is gonna die. You're gonna get a farm lead, and that's that's like
Yeah, it's a
then you
ranged
just play
versus
your
melee.
game.
Yeah, it's a ranged versus melee matchup, and
Yeah,
the person that messes up first is going to die. So it's a literal
kind of.
skill matchup.
Yeah, but as I said, I can't stop you from shoving your wave into my tower.
Mm-hmm.
Like and there's nothing I can do about that.
The best way I
And when
have to describe that is just shoving to buy yourself room to farm. Because if Gnar shoves me in, you can hit autos and boomerangs while I'm last hitting under turret.
yeah,
If
yeah,
I can
so
shove
it's
you
the other
in,
way around.
right, if I can shove you in, then I can land tentacle grabs all day.
Yeah, it's
So
exactly like
it's
that.
kind of like a Swain matchup or a Quinn matchup where you win by shoving the lane.
Yes, that's how
So
I feel about it.
there's a few mechanics that get really tough in this matchup, and I'm going to show a couple of them. Um, I have when Gnar does his Q animation in Big Gnar, it's like a full half-second animation, and it roots himself.
Yeah,
So you have two choices. Like, you see the animation and you can dodge and get behind minions, or in this case, I'm going to show I go for the test of spirit. And because I got stunned in the W or the Q animation, but I was already in the middle of my E animation, it doesn't really matter.
yeah. Gnar is fucked now.
I mean, he's fine. He just hops out.
Yeah, but like this is where you start to get pressure, because now he can't wave clear at all, and you
Right.
just shove in, and he can't even auto. Like that was one auto in what 10 seconds.
And I went from being down by 3 CS to up 4 CS in the span of
Yep.
like one
But he get
tentacle grab.
5 collapsing now, so he's gonna catch up. But like it's still too early for the dynamic to really show.
Mm-hmm.
But like also the thing is like if the only dangerous part is if I can land a Q after level 6 when I'm above 50% rage and I dodge your tentacle moving up.
Right.
Because now you're fucked. Because I'll be attacking you as much as possible before I jump in, transform with like 5 to 8 forever stacks, and that makes my ultimate really hurt. So I try to burst you down
Right.
before you
Right.
can ulti me.
And I have
And if
some videos for that, but for now I just want to talk like pre-level 6.
sure,
What's your trade pattern? Like, what's a poke and what's a fight?
well, I'd say like there's 2 different pokes. There's like QAA or when that's out attack a Q, and out attack that's the fastest one, but it requires me to be in
Closer.
range for a lot of things first. So it's the fastest, but it also has it's dangerous. Um, and the second one is when you Q first, and then double AA. Both of those are just harasses, like you proc the V somehow with your Q.
Okay.
And like after hitting that, I'll check the minion wave, and I'll hopefully check the minimap and see if I can all in you or if I just back off.
So what I'm looking out for though is the triple hit proc, the 3-hit passive.
Yeah, you want to
That's what I
avoid
watch out
that, because that gives, when you proc that, Gnar gets a speed up, and he can use that to maybe get another proc off. And if he can get 2 procs off without you retaliating at all, he just like won full lane control.
Uh-huh.
Because now you have to be scared of him all-inning with bounce jump. He can just jump straight on top of you, and well, he's just gonna pressure you even harder for all the last hits, because he's high HP and you're not, so he's gonna play aggressive. So, but like I think you want to use the minions so you can't get the full Q off,
Right.
like the first hit of it, and then I think just make it hard for him to last hit by walking
Sure.
up every time he misses Q.
Um,
So he uses it on a minion or anything. You walk up and you don't even have to cast the E, the spirit grab. You can just threaten to
body
do
block
it.
Yeah. The
He's
other
gonna
thing that
lose
I've
far
done
from that.
is Illaoi's dance animation is actually close to the spirit grab animation.
Oh,
So
I
you
had no
can
idea.
you can press Control 3 and fake a tentacle grab.
That's cool.
Um, this is a little bit about what we're talking about where I'm paused here, where
Yeah.
I've actually backed once or twice, and he still hasn't backed yet. And I'm
Oh,
just
yeah, he got.
literally shoving him in over and over and over.
Yeah, and this is like if he backs, he's gonna lose a lot of farm. But for example, if Skarner came top now, Gnar would be completely dead. So if you got it locked down like this, you want to communicate with your jungler.
Mm-hmm.
And of course it's solo queue, so they won't always help you. But I
Right.
mean, you can always try. Um, because yeah, as we can see, that he's always like scared of getting dove. Oh, and another thing it's important to notice when you're fighting Gnar is after he transforms out of Mega, he gets a debuff for like
He's
15
tired.
seconds. Yeah, the debuff means he can't generate any
Generate
rage
rage.
for 15 seconds.
So
So
should
that's a really good
I
time to all in. Like,
fight you when you're big or small? What's Should I fight you right after you lose Meganar? Is that what you're getting at?
yeah, I think so. Yeah. I mean, it's situational, but like, okay, well, you can't fight me at all if you don't land the tentacle.
Right.
But
So I'm not entirely sure what that ulti was gonna be. I'm just gonna rewind here a little bit.
yeah,
Um, he's probably getting bored.
pretty much. He's
he
getting
walks up-
frustrated because he's just getting shoved in and he can't play. He can't outplay you. You're just both. You're forcing a farm lane,
Mhm.
and he's pissed
Okay.
because there's
So,
nothing he can do about that.
I want to fight. I'd love to fight.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna walk up and like I W, but then he just
He could have tanked that and
Yeah.
like probably not won the fight. But what he did there is he used his ultimate for lane pressure, and it didn't work out because he got too close.
and then I messed up.
Well, also, he also messed up. Like, you should never get.
Yeah.
He should never get that close to you when you still have your ultimate.
And I want to point out the key thing was a hop, right? Like as soon as you saw the hop, you went ooh.
Yeah.
Like even though I'm at less than half health, he's melee with his spirit, and then he just kind of
like-
hops.
Like as soon as you do the ulti animation, he should have hopped like along the creeps, like going northeast instead
Right.
of straight east, because then you can't. It's just a better path, and he would have dodged like 2 of the tentacle slams at least. But the thing is, like when you're trying to kill Illaoi,
Mm-hmm.
like the 2 optimal ways to do it is to either do what he did and use the stun and
The W stun.
the stun and the ultimate right as he leaves transformation, because Gnar actually
You're not
has
going to be able
terrible
to cast it anyways.
No, the thing is, Gnar has terrible sustained damage in Mega. Like, he casts his spells, he does
And
his
that's it.
rotation, and then he has nothing. So he gets you to like 50%, then he just dies from your ult. So what you do is you either finish with it or you start with it.
Okay.
So like,
So what he did was
The last-
correct. It's just the execution when I ulted.
the
was poor.
execution in the end was whiffed. You can also just use it for lane pressure, like get you sub 50%, so you have to play careful to win lane control. But like, he's doing fine. He's getting smashed way too much, and he doesn't keep the hyper proc up.
Yeah. So
Like,
I
so-
don't think, did we already, I don't think we talked about itemization yet, did we?
No, not at all.
Okay.
Or not
Um,
much.
what the heck can I build to make this a little bit more, I don't know, interactive and fun? Because I'm just shoving.
I don't think you're looking to make it interactive. I think you're fine just farming up because you're a better farmer,
Gotcha.
and you get like
I think I said it earlier, like, no matter what I buy, whether it's Trinity Force, Cleaver, Death
yeah.
Dance, it just kind of sucks and you're gonna be Gnar no matter what.
Yeah, I think you're going for the Black Cleaver just because it gives you so good cooldown reduction
And it's cheap.
and it's cheap and it gives you the battle rage or whatever it's called, the movement speed buff when you
Right, the
kill
Rage,
stuff.
the Phage proc.
So it's just all in all the best starter item, and it works good even if I decide to go tanky versus you. You still shred me, so it doesn't matter. Like, this is what I'm talking about.
The jungler
He's-
top.
Yeah, but
I do
I don't
want
know,
to
he's
show...
about to transform, and I think he has ultimate,
yeah, he has ultimate.
so he should be able to get away from that.
What I want to show, though, is the spirit grab, and I ulted. Even though I'm ulting only the spirit, I know that Skarner wants to go ham, and I know that if I can get him low enough to where he'll die with one tentacle, unfortunately, like, he goes mega, and that's not going to happen, but he does get hit by one tentacle.
Just wanted to stop his recall so Skarner could catch up.
Right.
But that's as I said, I don't think if the lane is played correct from both parts, I really don't think. I mean, it's hard to get kills for both
Right.
sides. And-
I've actually got a couple of videos when
Yeah.
Gnar and I actually fight.
Sure.
And I have a fight where I mess up on Illaoi, and I know these are staged because it was ridiculously hard to have these plays happen in the wild because it's just a farm lane.
Yeah.
But the first one is... I've got to make sure this shows on my video too. Okay, there we go. This is both same equal items. He's got a level on me, actually. But we both have Phage. I think I have Corrupting and he has Boots. So it's basically the same thing.
Alright.
I proceed to miss my tentacle. Or no, he just...
Right. But this is where it gets nasty because he's still in Mega, so he doesn't have any sustained damage.
Right.
Now he goes into Mini, so now he can't kill you. Will he? Yeah.
So I'm going to show this again. The only way that Gnar wins this fight is if he casts his W first. So the W first means that he's stunned, and at this exact moment, I have my E down, I have my Test of Spirit down, but I'm spamming the shit out of my R button. Because I know that the next thing that comes up is the Gnar ult.
Yeah.
So I'm still stunned, and he gets another auto, hop, Q. At that point, I've finally got my ulti, but I'm already down to less than a third health, and it's kind of a panic ult at this point.
Yeah.
So then I think you need to describe what happens to Gnar, because he's out of cooldowns, he's out of anything. So he wants to get mini.
Yeah, well, I think, like, if he all in you too early. Like, he wants to get closer to transformation before he goes in, because he'd be dead, like, 3 seconds ago from 3 autos. So that went wrong. I think another thing is that if you get Mercurial Boots, Gnar can't weave autos in between the stuns like that.
One question I had is, he does damage in auto attack, so I'm always tempted to go Tabi, but our Merc Tread's better.
If you just if it's just 1 versus 1 the whole game, no. Then you still want the Tabi,
Okay.
but like it has a value because it's harder to combo. Then you can flash out or ulti between or all those things. But it's always team dependent. Like if they have much CC and you're gonna be frontline, you're gonna want the magic resist boots,
yeah,
tenacity
Merc
boots.
Treads. So I have another video here, and this is where Illaoi's ult during the cast time, during the half-second cast time of the ultimate, makes you immune to displacements. So you can use this ulti to block Gnar's ult. It's pretty difficult because he has to cast W first, or he can cast W first, and if he does that, you can't cancel his ult.
So that's why I should ulti first. I didn't know that.
Or, no, you should W first.
Yeah,
yeah, you should W first, then ult, because if you ult first, I can cancel it. So that's what this video is. I land my tentacle grab. He ults. I'm waiting for the animation. And you saw right there, it said, cannot be displaced. And it denies the wall slam damage, and it denies everything else. And then after that, it's just hentai.
Like, how hard is that for you to time? Is it like flashing the wind slash from Riven?
I would say it's easier.
Because Gnar animation is bigger?
Yeah, then our animation is bigger, and you can kind of predict it sometimes based on...
Gnar's, like, everything about Gnar's ultimate is incredibly, like, it's really obvious when it's gonna happen. There's a few times you can flash trick people with it, but in general, everyone is gonna know when it's coming.
Right.
But there was like, I still think there was one more scenario. Oh right, yeah. So like, it's basically two things you just have to avoid or like be aware of about Gnar kill all-ins is that he either starts with getting you down and finishing you with the combo, or he starts with the combo and finishes you in mini.
I think that's the one I've seen more.
The one where he starts in the mini?
Starts in Mega and then he finishes you in mini.
Yeah. So I think the other one is stronger because then you max Frevor. I mean, since they changed Frevor, it gives AD. And I think that Gnar's ulti has pretty good AD scale.
High AD scaling.
Yeah, I think if you hit both parts, it's like above 1. But anyway, so yeah, you just gotta watch out for Gnar when he's above 50% rage, because that's his power spike. And so if he gets out of mega form and he hasn't hit you with his combo,
I can't tell what his ratio is. It just says he has +5 AD. Oh, it's probably a 30%.
Either way, what I'm saying is that Gnar is at his weakest right after he transforms, as long as he hasn't done his mega combo on you. It's kind of like Yasuo with his hurricane stacks. Like right after he pops the hurricane, that's when you want to go
ham
in for the trade.
As far as team fighting goes, what's your role in this game? Initiator?
There's a lot of like compositions where you're forced to be the initiator, but Gnar excels as a secondary initiator because he's too
unpredictable, or
No, it's too predictable.
okay.
Because, like, if I'm about to transform and I do the double bounce, everyone is gonna flash away, and I'll just land and not be able to do anything, and then I'll get kicked back, or Janna with ulti, or
Makes sense.
something bad. Yeah. So like, if I have someone like Malphite or Leona or Nami Wave or Maokai jumping in first, or someone
So, as
baits them.
Illaoi, I need to watch out for the fizz fish before the Gnar jumps in.
Yeah. Well, I think like for Gnar to be, I mean, I don't really wanna ulti you unless we can kill you in the stun,
Uh-huh.
because that'll just bait my team into like getting set up for your ultimates. Because I think when I team fight versus Illaoi, I just try to peel with my ultimate. Like,
Yeah.
I want to get you away from my team so we can kill you after the tentacles are done. So if I blow my shit early, feel free to go ham, because I don't think I can stop you from killing my team.
Okay. Well, I think that covers just about anything, unless you have any final thoughts. We ended up losing this game. It was kind of sad, but
Well,
yeah.
just thinking about the dynamics, like, I
Right.
think some of my worst games versus Illaoi has been where she goes some sort of split push build with,
And doesn't let you group.
yeah, like, cause I can't stop her shoving, and if we send 2 people, well, she's just gonna get more tentacles.
And if you send any more than that, the team hopefully will get an objective somewhere else.
Yeah, like, then you're playing your game correctly, and if your team doesn't, well, you had a terrible team. Go next game. Like, I think that's the kind of play I really don't want to face, because then I'm constantly forced to play 1 versus 1 versus you, and I can't win the wave clear game. So
have you ever built Hurricane?
No, I don't think
I heard it
ever
builds
should.
rage really quickly.
Yeah, that's the problem. It builds rage, so it gets into Mega, and then Hurricane doesn't do anything in Mega. So Gnar is actually kind of limited. If he, like, the only attack speed item he ever should get is Phantom Dancer, but even that is suboptimal.
Right on.
So, like, if you see Gnar, just get ready to whack minions and whack towers, and be happy that he's just as miserable as you are of never ever fighting and never ever killing each other.
Alright.
Because his towers will die and yours won't, and that's how you get the lead.
That's just wave manipulation. It's just shoving.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that covers it for this video. I appreciate you coming by. If people have any more questions, if they look for Gnar advice, where can they go?
Just go to the Gnar mains, or
Gnar mains.
type me up on Reddit.
Alright, regrets. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Bye.
have a good one.